Alrighty, we are on what is day 7 on the actual trail for the mushers and their teams, and it's getting to the place where you start to know who has a real shot at winning this thing. Mitch Seavey left Caltag at about 4:40 this morning Alaska time. It's about 7:10 there now, so Dallas left 5 minutes after him. Wade Mars 45 minutes after Dallas, and Nick Petit just about a half an hour ago. So we've got 4 teams out of Caltag. Yor Olson and Jesse Royer are there. They haven't left yet. And we've got a lot of teams that have gone through Nulato. Ali Zirkle is leading that pack, and she's followed very closely by John Baker right now. And they're getting really close to Caltag. Caltag's the last stop on the Yukon River. Next stop is the Bering Sea. So it really looks like a 3-way race right now. Mitch Seavey, Dallas Seavey, Wade Mars. But you never know what's going to happen on the Bering Sea. 3 years ago, it really looked like it was Jeff King's race, and then that Ali was going to be a ways behind him, but behind him, and then Dallas and Mitch were considerably far out. But Blizzard came in. Jeff King had to hunker down and eventually hit his signal to have them come and have the race marshals and the state troopers come and get him and his team. It was that bad. Ali managed to get to safety, and I don't mean like safety generally, I mean capital letter safety. That's the last stop before Nome, and she hunkered down with her dogs there. When things cleared up and she was starting to get ready to move, Dallas came through and he beat her by just a few minutes. Dallas was really surprised that he won that year. His first question was, where are Jeff and Ali? So anything can happen. Nick still has 15 dogs in harness. Last I checked, Jesse still has 16. So it'll be interesting. Now, Dallas Seavey has, in the past 2 years, said an interesting thing a couple of times. When he's comparing, he's often asked to compare his team to his dad's team. They each have their own kennel, and Mitch's is larger. But Dallas has often said that his dad always comes in with the best 16 dog team, but that Dallas himself has the best 9-dog team, meaning that he's got the stronger team. His dad's team is deeper, but as far as he's concerned, the smaller team, his team is better. And when you get down this far in the race, when you get to the Bering Sea, you are probably running with 9 to 12 dogs instead of full 16. It's very unusual. I mean, the number of dogs that Nick Petit and Jesse Royer have right now is really unusual. So we'll see how that goes. It's really too early to tell. We have an idea of who's out of the running, and we have a good idea of who's got a shot to win. And as I said, right now it looks like Mitch, Dallas, and Wade are our top contenders. Now when it comes to their dogs, Bruce Lee, the Iditarod insider guy, says that he's one of their analysts. He said Mitch's dogs are a little heavier, meaning they've got a little more fat reserve on them, which will hold them in good stead when they're racing along and across the Bering Sea. So we'll see how that pans out. But it's getting to the point where I will be staying up soon, all kinds of late hours, hitting the refresh button a million times and seeing who's going to come in where. At this point, I like a lot of mushing fans. I'm a big fan of Ali Zirkle. I've got a real soft spot for Nick Petit, and I'm a big fan of Jesse Royers too. Though it's been more recent that it's come to me just how skilled and smart she is. So I'll be pulling for those three in particular. Nothing against the Seaveys or Wade Mars, but we all have our favorites, right? So I hope you will be checking here, and if I'm talking about your favorites, let me know. If I'm not talking about your favorites, I'll check in.